Seniac destroys the bunkers and trenches. Me, a history nerd, cries internally. Seniac, too busy building roads. Citizens, we need freaking fishy water, you know. Seniac explains how the fish tried to invade Fishtown. My bio and history teacher. Am I a joke to you? Seniac, I'm gonna call it Swordfish Airport. Me, you do know it looks like a minigun. Seniac, how dare you? Visitors, I'm sorry. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishtown here in City Skylines, where last episode, yes, we did rename the airport Swordfish Airport, and it does low-key look like a minigun. I'm only now just realising. But we did some big expansions on Humpback Island. We got that brand new residential area in, and the new tourist district in as well, which has a few issues, but I'm hoping as time progresses, we can get things rocking and a-rolling. Now, last episode, I wanted to try and spark a little bit of industrial growth. Now, it has gone up a little bit, but we're going to force the growth today. We're going to slowly start to begin building on this little section, the peninsula here, of the other side of our industry. I'm going to see how well that goes. We're going to see how well that goes. So if you have been enjoying Fishtown recently, guys, and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when the next episode comes out. But I also asked you guys to give me some name suggestions for the new districts we got added in. Now, Dale Park, I had a couple of people suggest this. Because this is Humpback Island, if you think about it, there's the head of the humpback whale, there's the hump, and that's the tail. You know, you have to use your imagination really, really well. This is near where the blowhole would be. So we call this blowhole. I forgot what it was called. I'm going to call it Blowhole Park. Even though there's no park there, but it was called Dale Park before, so we'll go with that. And because this is our little tourist district right now, I want it to sound a little bit more fancy to bring those I'm about to say toilets. They're not toilets, Seniac, they're tourists. As bad as they smell, and that's mainly just the French, but you know, it's tourist none the least. Let's call it Lobsterton. Lobsterton. There we go. Sounds a little bit fancy, doesn't it? That is Lobsterton. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. But there we go, guys. I'm going to add the port in. I did see a few name suggestions. I'll probably give it like a placeholder name for today. But if you want to give me some suggestions on what we call the brand new kind of cargo tourist industry port, whatever you want to call it, give me some name suggestions in the comment section down below. But yeah, we do have a few little problems here and there. And it's mainly down to, well, these need garbage collecting. But it could be there's the truck it's on its way. Because you now added a tourist section over here, there's not enough customers, and the same thing's being affected over here as well because we kind of spread the tourists between the two. So we'll give it time as we get more and more peeps in, but we're going to build the much needed industry. Now, we already have an export area just here, which is perfect for us. We're going to have the road come down and kind of filter around to be hooked probably back up to here somewhere. I might kind of edit this road so it doesn't connect just there. It comes and creates a little loop. That road will come up and come to an end, and we're going to bring this out. Now, I have thought about doing what we've done over here, and that is landscaping it, doing the key walls, but I'm going to lose some of the beauty, so I might just keep that as it is, and we could like pretend that like this was where the original fishing industry once came from, this small little bay, and then it grew into what it is to today, or what it's going to be eventually. I think I like that little story a little bit better, but what we're going to do anyway is, first we need to upgrade these roads to being our industrial roads, so hold on. Now, I've got to unhook that one there as well. We'll delete this back a little bit for now, and we'll come off this down by 20, and this one, right, if I kind of bend up to there, 8 by 8 bend. There we go. And that kind of goes to there. So it doesn't create a grid too close to the edge just here. Now, if we continue this and... Oh, wrong one. I'll have it kind of like, you know, bend round with us. I'll have it stick out a little bit more first, to there. Because I like the idea of following the shoreline round. So we'll try and go straight to there, which is good. And yeah, we'll go with this bend just here. Where does that bring us up to? Just here. So just there. And where's that? That one there is 15. Oh, by 15. Just like that. Well, that's not too shabby. So we have that nice little ring road going around, which would be pretty good. We can drop a little factories and stuff going through there. And then this will kind of come around and bend that way as it kind of, you know, gets us going to where we need to get to. And to borderline that. Now, this is my next thing, right? If I go to industry, go to the fishing, go to a normal fishing harbour. Yeah, I'm about to say it's better to have it on that side because of where the road is. Because I think I have to put the road on that side, but it's okay. I want it all to come out of this little harbour here and filter through that, which I think will be really, really nice. So we'll get this road still rocking and rolling. So actually, let me go straight to there. And then we'll follow this up and around. So we'll go up to... Okay, we'll go up 15. And I'm not sure how far I'm taking this, whether I'm just going to dead end it just there. But we can follow that road round, which is nice. I do like the thought of this. It's like, it's the rough and ready, so it's like this fishing, it's like this side of the fishing industry was never planned. It just grew to what it's about to become. Whereas that one was planned. You know, we had all the factory builders down, all the modern stuff. This is what the original natives of Fishtown built upon. So it's like we're going back in history a little bit, which is I kind of like the idea of that. I really do. So with all that settled, then let me just unhook this road so I can upgrade it to being, there we go, the industry road. And then this, it's with the trees, with the trees, with the trees. Do I just make it go pretty much straight in? Yeah, and that's where that would end. So we got the road that runs through the middle, which is a quick little access route, which is it's pretty good. So let's now get some stuff down in. So we'll go with some generic fishing harbours to begin with. And we're going to have to anarchy these in and remove some of the stuff. So I think what we'll do, we'll start just here. We'll do 1, 2, and then we'll go. I'm going to have to use the move it tool anyway to kind of get them all up. We'll do 3 just there to start with. So let me unhook the roads for them. Why is he not doing it? Excuse me. No? There we go. Alright, let me delete them then. And there's just that one there. Boom. Oh, hold on. And we delete that. So we got 3 new ones now in. Again, this whole area is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be nice and uniform as the other areas. So we don't mind a little bit of scruffiness in the build. Bring that to there, up to there, to there. So that's the water for now. We'll just quickly throw that in. We'll then get some, so we have a lot of anchovies around, so we can squeeze in some more of, well, I say some more of these. We can squeeze a load of those in, the anchovy ones. Anchovy fishing harbour. So 1 there. We'll go 1 there. 1 there. I'll go with 4 of them. Alright. And then we'll unhook these. I never know how this works. There we go. That's the 4 there. We'll now just use the move it tool to reposition them slightly. Alright, move that one up there. That one can go just there. There we go. Alright, okay. I like it. And make the water fall around. Might as well do all the way down to the peninsula there. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. So, with all those in, they do need power, and we do need to set the fishing routes as well. I've also been thinking about maybe doing a little car park at the end here. So if I just kind of came off this up by 10, went across by 15 and down, am I able to build like something in here, like maybe a fish factory? A fish factory would fit in there, like a singular one. But I need to stick it out by 2 more. Alright. We'll go 3 more to be safe. Now, you know what? We could have gone that 2 more. Alright, so where that comes up by 7, 6 is the one for us. 6 is the one for your boy. Boom. There we go. And if it's just about right, we'll get all this now to the same level. So no trees. And then we want to level it off. Boom, to there. There we go. And then I can build a little... Oh my goodness, maybe it caused flooding. I could build a little car park. That's what I originally wanted to do around here. So let's go with that type of road just here. And there as well. And I'm thinking, do you know what? Delete that and that. I'm going to come out a little bit more, so I've got a bit more room to play with. So if I could do it to there instead. To there. Move this building more centralized. Then upgrade that road here. To that. Do you reckon I go a bit more chunkier? I could, but then it looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? So we'll just stick it to those anyway. And I want to get one of these in. So squeeze you there. Hopefully I can get like the disabled or the electronical parking, the eco parking in. Alright, disabled, we'll do 1, 2. 1, 2. So we just have some nice parking areas for the workers and whatnot. So 1, 2. The factory's making loads of noise. I can hear all the slushing around of all the fish guts, which don't sound too great, does it? It don't. And then, just to finalize this off, we'll quickly concrete it. There goes a couple of trees there, but I'll leave them there for a little bit of decoration. And of course, we're going to need power. Now, we don't really have any power over here apart from these power lines running down. So we'll keep these running down. And we'll follow these slightly around. So they've all got power there. So now the only thing they're missing is the fishing routes. We've got to get those now all set up. So this is just the very basic version. I've still got to add so much to these areas that will just progress and add on as time goes on. So are they? Yeah, they've already got the workers over here, which is good. And now we'll set up the fishing routes then. So let's go. So pretty much there, the anchovy ones there. These can be any type of generic fish. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 14 routes in total. How crazy is that? So if I went 1, 2, 3, 4. That only does it for 2. How ridiculous does that now seem? And if I do another set of 2 just here. Right. And again, that is then just for these. Damn, it's a lot. That is a lot. But let's keep these going. And we'll take them up to here. So they'll be catching fish instantly anyway, because they're just generic fishing boats. If you catch my drift. So I reckon they'll be okay up to here if I then just kind of like... If I just connected those, and those boats now start setting sail, if I just kind of track one of them. I mean, it's already on like 8%. So I want to see how far it goes. I need to make sure it's at 50% before it turns around, which I think is going to hit 50% way before it, which it actually is. They turn around before the water gets really dark blue. So they're going to come back 100% filled up, which is good for us. Very good for us. So if I just pause for a second, and now we've got a... I'll bring these out. Right, we'll start with these ones. Now these are only anchovies. Now I know how far you can take it. I ain't gonna go mental. Right, there we go. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, like this, going this kind of method. There's a lot of boats crossing over one another. Right, is that all done? Yeah. So it's a lot of crisscrossing of the boats, but it's what I've got to do. Now, what's cool is you get a different type of boat for the anchovies. Different type of trawler altogether. Now, I wonder if that comes back 100%. So before it turns around, does it hit 50%? I know it hits a little bit of a salmon patch, but yeah, it does. It does. Okay, that one does it just fine. All them little routes there are just fine. They're perfect. So, no vehicles parking just yet. I don't know whether we set up a little bus route down to here as well. What's our kind of transport routes at the moment? We have a little subway stop. Do I extend... Oh, hello. Do I extend the subway line? I mean, we have that little bus route. Do you know what? To be honest with you, that bus route is no longer needed. Because of that subway line. Where does it go, that green bus line? So up to there. Do you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. So bus routes, the green line. 33 passengers are using it. That can now go because they can then start using the subway line. The blue bus route, where does that go? Oh, that's to the airport and back. Yeah, we'll keep that because we don't really have any proper transport over there at the minute. So with that line now gone, I'm thinking we extend the subway line over here. So if I put a stop just here, and then get this, well, we'll start over here first. And trying to get it a nice little bend. And then to follow this road down to about there. Oh, it's going over there, isn't it? To there. To there. So we then just got to extend that subway line to over here. And then as it's on the way back, add a stop there as well, so it stops off again. Which will be pretty handy. Yes. I mean, just need to give it some... Has it got water? It'll have the water, doesn't it? Yeah. Just then need to give it a little bit of power. So I'll just kind of hook the parrots over there. And it's not much, but at least they, I mean, they will walk from there to over here. It is possible. And we got some parking set up over there as well if they want to use it. Again, it's all there for us. Set up ready for when we extend. Look how many fishing boats there are. Are we overfishing these seas? Potentially. And by potentially I mean yes. Yes we are. We are 100% overfishing these areas. So how much goods have we got going into the warehouse then? And these are commercial goods. Oh, a nice big chunk of it. I'm going to set up a couple of little warehouses over here because it is quite quiet over this side. Let me just see how big the biggest warehouse is. Alright, if I put it on that side there, it sticks out to about there. Right, I'm going to try. It's about... Oh, hold on. It's... Oh, what's going on? I think it's about here now. Turn the anarchy off. I'll go from this one to see if it fits in. So, nice big warehouse. Yes. So one there. Oh, I messed that up. Messed it up. There we go. And then we'll cut. Right, we'll anarchy that so I can get it straight down. Oh, come on, boy. Right, pause. And back into play mode then. Straight down there, so you've got two big chunky warehouses, which are going to go down very, very nicely in this area. Don't have water, so let's quickly hook up that to there real quick. Bring that down to there. That's over there, and then we'll just kind of fill in the gaps just there. Awkwardly, I filled them in. And then we'll fill this up with commercial. So we're going to get a lot of traffic coming down here now initially to fill these factories up. But it's what we need. It's 100% what we need. Near an export area as well, so I can dump out the goods when needed. And it's the extra storage for, like, you know, when the tourist industry used to, and the commercial industry used to complain that there wasn't enough goods. We're now going to have them. These don't have enough fish, apparently. And that's where then the rest of these areas, I don't put down stuff for fish, for the fish boats. That makes sense. I need to do all the, right, do I have... Let me just go through this then. We've got the anchovy. We have seaweed farms. We just have seaweed farms there. And we have algae farms there. What don't we have? Fish farms. There we go. So we'll now just fill up the remainder of this area with some glorious fish farms. Now, it's a little bit all over the place, but that's nothing the move it tool. What's going on? But I say it's nothing the move it tool won't solve. There we go. Let's now come on, boy, unhook. Boom, that one. Boom, boom. There we go. That took a while, didn't it? Right, this is going to now be a little bit of a pain to try and get this one done. There we go. Actually, if I delete all this real quick. Pause. And I can reposition these a little bit better than at this point. Right, so the boats will go through it, but it is what it is, at the end of the day. It's the life I've chose to lead. There we go. And is that probably not over enough there, so that will kind of fix it up a little bit. A few extra fish farms there to get some more fish coming in. So that might become a very busy road as time goes on. You never know. So anyway, I wanted to give this a little region. This whole little section right now. And we'll kind of, well, push up the crab harbour to there. And then this is our new region, which is called Daffodil District. I wanted it to be called, now that one's called Crab Harbour. I'm going to give this one a little placeholder name. And if you guys can always look at some better suggestions, I'm going to call this Port Claw. Now, if you like that name, we'll keep it, because it does look like a claw. But if you're not feeling it, give me some other name suggestions in the comment section down below. But we've got that in right now, which my industry is slowly starting to creep up. So that would have provided a lot more jobs. I can now get rid of the electricity around some of these little areas. So we'll get it just to there. That's all it needs to be. Very nice. And how many people... Whoa, why has the subway decided to pop up there? Hasn't done it anywhere else, has it? No. I hate it when it does this, man. It's so freaking annoying. Right. Delete you. Delete you. Tunnel mode. It's done it there. Done it again. I don't know why he does it. It's done it straight away. Sometimes it might just be easier. If I pushed it to maybe here. See, then that hasn't done it. I don't know why it does that. I honestly don't know. I'm hoping that will update to then move over to that side. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, it's updated. Nice. So yeah, I don't know why I did that. But now I don't know how many people use. Oh, 23 people used it. So people are using it, which is good. It's not really getting filled up, which is interesting. So we might need... Well, then again, this was complaining about not enough fish. So we're not really getting all the fish coming in. But then again, all these warehouses over here could be stealing all the fish. We just need to catch more fish in general, to be honest with you. That's what it might be. But we'll see how it goes anyway. Nobody wants to use these just yet, which is a shame. It is a shame. But it does give me the ability to then, like, those fish farms. Which the seaweed farm produces more units per week, is what we kind of need more of. So if I anarchied that and dropped a load of these in, like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I drop in 4 there. Can I use you, please? There we go. I'm only getting half of them out, aren't I? Yeah. So then, bam. Bam. See, yeah. It's only half of it that gets rid of it now. Bam, bam, bam. So I have to quickly redo that road, but again, more output right now. These are almost double our normal fish farms in terms of production. So that does become a big help. There we go. And we'll just kind of now slightly position them a little bit better. Bring that one up maybe. Yeah, and I think we can get away with those, right? Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. But that also produces a lot more fish products, so to speak. So these guys shouldn't be complaining at all or as much. So we've already got a big chunk of fish coming in. And these will just generally keep catching or getting the fish product as time goes on anyway. But yeah, pork claw is coming along quite nice. Definitely is. So we should then slowly start seeing more fish exports. So we have 55,000. We've been around that for quite some time. So we'll see what happens. And that would be quite interesting. But definitely more stuff is now going on. Right, so population-wise, job-wise, unemployment is 3%. That is really good. Like really, really good right now, providing lots of jobs, which is what I like to see. Only 9 people were on that recently. Right, I'm just kind of having a little nose. Some algae farms over there. I might build some more of those as time goes on anyway. 4%, 1%. So they're starting to store a little bit more commercial goods, which is really good for us. The trains are coming in. Now, do I make this a one-way road? Or do you reckon the traffic will be okay handling it? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Right, okay. Let me get rid of that then. Sweet. So the population is at 30,000, and I have now sparked, by forcing industry, I've created an industry demand, which is exciting, to say the least. We just need more tourists around here. Right, how many people are waiting for these boats? There is always somebody waiting, isn't there? There already is, always is. But what I don't see is anyone, because we did reduce it to a second route on this, but nobody really uses the secondary route. So let me get to the boats. And it's the, is it the Harrington humpback? Harrington, yeah. Let me just view this quickly. And right, let me try and redo this then. So boats. I'm going to reduce it back down to its initial one route. Meaning, get rid of that one. And then get rid of that one. So it's just a simple one back and forth. There we go. We've got the green one going around, got the blue one going around. Right, I'm going to add another one in. Another route in for the boats that take us over to this way. Now, who has a free spot? I know not many of them have a free spot. Trying to think the best way to do this. So if I had a ferry pier round here somewhere, let's say here, it would be a way to kind of get more people over to this area. And I could do it like a triangle route maybe. Or I'll use that as the interchange. Or, oh, actually, or if I placed that there, if I then place this one here, and then if I place this one by the university, might be a good little shout for that one. Not by the, oh, I'll place it around about here anyway. Just there, right? This will be a nice little tester. So, alright, I'm just going to push it out just so I can unhook it, delete it, push it back. And where's this one then? So, actually, we'll keep the road just... Actually, I'll just unhook the road for now. There we go. It's such a pain to do it. Alright, there we go. And then... trying to bend that a little bit. The stuff we got to go through to get this to work. So it's just kind of hooked onto that. There's not really much you can do about that. There we go. Alright, we'll go with that. A bit funky, I know. Right, anyway. So doing a little triangle there. It keeps it away from that one, so you get people using it. And it will then, when we start, I mean, it'll be handy for the industrial area over here. And as we continue to expand down here, we have an additional route set up, right? Now, let me get this road up and running first, otherwise it will be a little bit pointless. So if I kind of go to there, run straight with this to about there by 25. 14. Or 13 by 13. And then we're straight in. Nice. And then we'll run this. So continue and go to about there. Right, well, what I'll do is, I'll go here. We'll go straight. So 14 by 14. There we go. So there, so we have that running along the side there. This becomes an additional route that people can use. But it then entices us to start building around this area as well, which is going to be quite exciting. That's all set up, and so it's all pretty much all set up. Let me just make sure. Oh, there's a stranded boat here. That's not a very good sign when you want to create a ferry route. Same with all these. It'll be a way to make sure that people pay, or you're gonna sink, boy. And we'll just run this directly up to there for now. We don't have any power just yet, so let's run you straight from there to give it the power. And then a little ferry loop. Oh wait, we've got to do this one as well. Has it got water? No, it don't. And power, power, power. There. So let's start here, and we'll take it all the way to over here. Oh wait, I can't do it because I ain't created a ferry pathway. Sadiak. Alright, and if I take it through that, it's going to destroy our precious coral reef. So we're going to have to do it because. So bend you out. We're having to destroy some of the natural habitat right now, which is quite sad. Really, isn't it? It really is. And then I'll run this in the center. And then that's to there. Just keep it simple. And then this here will just create a little T-junction. Now I do need to set up so the boats can come out of the ferry dock thing, if that makes sense. So I'll just run that down to there. So what we're doing then, let me start again. There to there to here to there. A simple loop that would transport people around. Now, all it's going to be used for at the minute is probably just getting people. Do you know what? You might see quite a few people go here to get to there in general, but it's mainly going to probably get people from Humpback Island over to the industrial area, Crab Harbour and Port Claw. But as time builds this up, and if I only left this as the only major crossing to Harrington to Lobsterton, that will get overloaded. It's already at like 100% maximum capacity at the minute. So it just creates that secondary route that can take a little bit of the slack from it. Now, people that were going to go to here and travel over to there, some of them might now come over to here, which you can see they already are over here. So where they would have hit the boat on that side, reduces the capacity here, which is good, because then we can spread the passengers out a little bit, which might help with the tourists as the time goes on, because we can once you've got maximum capacity, I can't get any more people over to Humpback Island. So having that additional route really does help us out. It really does. Is anybody over here waiting? Now, I don't expect to see anybody come over here, because we literally have nothing to provide in this blank area. Whereas you might get someone who gets off, yeah, like that, and either go left or where do they go? So yeah, they're going over here, which will be like a little bit of this area, and then oh yeah, you got a few people over here for the jobs and stuff. So it does help. Just a couple of people on, a couple of people off. So it does help that additional route. And as time goes on, we'll judge it before we start adding more boats to the route. Because at the minute, we've only got 5 boats on it. No, 6 boats on it, sorry. So we'll see how that goes over time. And as time goes on, they eventually start spreading themselves out as they have to keep waiting for one another. They'll just keep spreading themselves out, and before you know it, it's like this, where there's a constant back and forth. Which would be quite exciting, to be honest with you, boys. It'll be quite exciting. Yes. We'll see how it goes. So how much money are you making for the fishing industry right now? It was 55,000, now to 60,000-ish, which is really good. So my industries, fish. So after the expenses of it, we're walking away with 30,000 in profit, give or take, depending on what the time is. 30% of our whole income comes from the fishing industry. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, we'll keep pushing it up as well as time goes on, but that's a third of our income in FishTown is from the fishing industry, which is exactly what we want it to do anyway. I would have thought it'd be a lot lower, because obviously when you start adding more stuff in, like the tourist stuff, the parks, the taxes from the zonings and stuff like that, the public transport, it will make that portion then start to decrease the portion of revenue that comes in. But that's quite cool. It is quite cool. So 58 people used our airport last week. Not too shabby, boys. Not too shabby. Once you get this island all up and running, I feel like we might get more people using the airport at that point, which would be pretty good too. Tourist complaints. There's not really much now tourist issues. No, there's no like not enough customers or tourists or shoppers. You know, normal thing that pops up. So that seemed to have disappeared for the most part, which is good. I'm seeing a lot of cars parking on these roads now since we got the trams down. So I need to get rid of those and try and push them all to the car park that we have set up just slightly around the corner. So that's what that part, the car park over here was originally built for. So should be good. Should be good, boys. We'll see. We'll see. I might get a little car park over here set up. I do want to get quite a few little car parks here, there, and everywhere. There's actually one person there waiting, so it is coming in use for at least something. Got a couple of cars now parked in the car park over here, but you see everyone walking back and from now to get to their work, their jobs, or the fishermen, which is really good. So I think we made some really good progress. The fact that there's no people waiting here right now, because that one boat just picked everybody up, shows us that we're not quite ready just yet to add any more boats to this route. We got to get all these areas up and running a bit more, but it's there. We can if we need to. People just pile into this area. It's crazy. It is crazy. But we do need eventually need an additional way to get things set up then. So I have talked about in the past that doing a subway line, it won't kill off the boat route. There'll always be the demand for the boat route, but a large portion of it. Well, is that plane okay? Are you okay there, plane? You just seem to have parked in the car. It's the wrong place to park. Oh dear God. Yeah, there'll always be a demand for the boats, but a lot of people will then start using the subway line anyway, before we get all that set up. But it's not looking too shabby. Not looking too shabby. How is the university doing these days? So, yeah, we're about to drop a level. So we recently went up a level. I didn't realise that. I wasn't paying much attention to it. But the fact that we're now into the 1,100. We're at 900 for a long time. So people are getting educated to be able to go over there. We do need more capacity for elementary and the high school. And apparently we need more capacity for the university too. But I think next episode then we'll definitely look at getting in that subway line that connects up the two islands, because I feel like the university is kind of losing out in a lot of potential students. So that would be one way to kind of get them all rocking and rolling. How's Rockfish Park? Only making $80? Squeeze me. Where has everybody disappeared to? This car park used to be filled to the brim with people right now. Have they all decided that, you know what, we're going to go to P.S. Dixon Park? No, not really. I think all the tourists have decided, you know what, we're going to stay in the shopping areas. I'd rather shop than walk around a freaking rock. Which, you know what, I don't blame them. I do not blame them. 64,000 right now. 66 for the income. So we've upped it by 10 G's by building that little section in right there, which is pretty good. And I'm really happy with it. So we'll keep expanding it. We'll keep growing it over time. These warehouses now have 1%, 1%. So we don't have that surplus just yet, which is really good. It shows that we still have room to grow this industrial area, which I'm actually quite excited about. But for now, guys, I'm going to end it for here. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So, good. Bye.